Or, oh, I can't.
And we're back once again. One site server problem later with Manga Panda. Thank you very much, guys.
I found a good blog spot. It was cool. It loaded everything for me.
Thank you, Kishi.
Welcome.
You and your double chapters. Ugh.
Yeah, welcome to November 6th, the day of the last 2 Naruto chapters, causing the scan site's servers to plummet.
I know we are very, very annoyed with our free manga being unreadable.
Yep.
How dare we not be entitled?
Yep.
What do you take us for? Consumers?
Consumers? Why? Are you joking me? Don't consumers buy things?
Exactly. Hey, my only beef was that they couldn't handle the server strain.
Yeah,
you can't handle the truth.
Hey, I mean that's fair. It is fair. I mean that they had to expect the amount of strain on their servers with the last 2 chapters of Naruto coming out.
To be fair,
there must have been a lot of people there.
I was a little confused as to why he did double chapter release, but like, whatever. I mean, if he wants to do that, that's his prerogative. So,
Yep.
I mean, I can't remember what it was like.
Well, I guess there was nothing really advancing plot-wise in the last chapter. It's just basically wrapping it up.
I guess, but like, I can't remember what it was like to draw 2 chapters in a single week, one of them all color. Like, that must have been crazy.
Yeah.
Especially considering, like, there have been times when he said send in chapters that were finished, being, cleaned up, like, line-wise. I remember one from the last arc where it was literally published in Shonen Jump with, like, sketchy lines still on because he didn't, like, finish up the lines yet.
Yeah.
And so, schedule stuff like that. It must have been crazy. Props to him.
Well, so I guess we should review Bleach first, or should we...
Yep, well, Naruto's over, the big 3 are down to 2, and Bleach is still around.
Well, I'm going to talk about Naruto later, by the way, so just letting you know, but carry on.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, this week I only read the chapter once.
Yeah, so did I.
No, because usually when the chapter comes out, I'm like, going to each article, writing down the information, then going back, looking through the pages, all that stuff, so I see what happens each page, like, several times. This time I only had the time to read it once, so my memory's a little hazy on some things, but...
Yeah, Silly was moaning this morning, like, it better come out before school. Sorry. That was you this morning. I was like, I'm too dizzy to care.
I did not sound like that. God.
In my head, when you type, you do.
No, I would have been like I was like, I hope it comes out of school. I was gonna throw my laptop out the window. God. Because I was only miffed, not because like, oh, I'm gonna miss the chapter, because I woke up 2 hours early to read it on time, and then I was busy for nothing. So that's why I was whiny. But anyway.
Anyway.
Chapter contents. Okay, I was surprised to see that Leo was the one attacking Namaya.
I'm more surprised that... specifically said that last week.
Yeah, I was like, Leo's never gonna do anything. Nope, just shot him to the heart. You're too late, giving love a bad name.
Yep. I mean, let's not... The one thing I gotta say I'm surprised about. First page. Renji refers to Bosby by name.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
They're bros, like Curtis and Armstrong.
Really?
Except over body appearance instead of muscles,
But Sig Curtis and Armstrong weren't enemies at all.
But there was still like some Basbio was like for a while, for like a few minutes, he was like, oh, I like Renji's eyebrows, but he's like, nope, he insulted my hairdo. But like, it's not uncommon for enemies in Bleach to like show like a little concern for their opponents every now and again.
Yeah,
I guess.
Although now that like the whole, because I remember signing last chapter you mentioned that like you weren't surprised that Lil Toto was the one who was like, you betrayed us, because like girls usually do that, I guess.
No. I mean, girls tend to be a little more hurt in terms of that, like, oh, you betrayed me. Like, Momo, like, I mean, in story-wise, it's tend to be the generalized sort of thing, women tend to, or, I mean, look at Sakura, for crying out loud, any betrayal, and it's, oh, my heart is broke. Sorry.
But now that Batman's done it, I could totally see him teaming up and, like, going, like, full, the Human Torch, and then just rocketing up to the Soul Palace to confront Juju Man, because like now he's pissed at Juju Man because he's like, yeah, is this how you do things? And I did like the little like shared exclamation thing between Bazby and Lil Toto, like, we can't die here, which has happened a couple times before in the series. The most noble one was during Soul Society arc, when during Renchi's fight with Byakuya, is like, why do you keep going? It's like, I swore on my soul with Ichigo, and everyone was like, oh my god, my heart just went through my chest.
Actually, I think one of the worst things of that, when someone's saying, I don't want to die, we can't die here and stuff, and even though they know they're going to die, is in the manga when Mayuri in the Soul Society arc sent in the like little cannon fodder Shinigami, and basically in the manga it was really, really depressing because it actually went into his history of joining the 12th squad, and, and he's like, what are you and it's like, oh, that's
what
sad.
are you
I know, it was like, what are you doing, Captain?
Did they cut that out in the anime?
They did tend to do a lot of stuff in the anime. Yeah,
god, that's annoying.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, go on.
But let's see, what else was there? It was you were on the mark about Higifune having a spoon, like a giant spoon. I kind of glossed over it at first, but during the day I was like, oh my god, she's a spoon.
Yeah, it was like a big spatula spoon, like a big wooden one. Yeah.
Yeah. Leo's power did surprise me a bit because I imagine that this is the effect rather of the Volständig being active than him just being revived. But
I think it was revived as well because they've been told they're more powerful now.
I guess, but what I mean is, it seemed like straightforward enough at first when it was described in 600 and 601 between Gerard and Amaya, because he's never actually explained himself. They just commented as, all piercing, go through anything, whatever, and that was just bullets. But
yeah,
but now it's not even a bullet. It's just whenever he pulls the trigger, like a straight line in front of him, everything is obliterated. It's kind of like Zonka no Tachi East with the blade, but instead of like it's like a beam. Like a laser beam that no one can see.
Yeah, I love that part. Please line up in front of me so I can kill you all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
Shall we die, people? Let's go. Gather in.
All right. Tall.
That's totally reasonable. That's totally reasonable. What are you talking about?
All right, Sejimaro in front. Tall for shortest. Let's go.
Yep.
But that was an interesting thing. I mean, it's kind of weird that we still haven't seen what Gerard can do. He stood there looking at his hand, like he was like doing like that thing where you look at your hand and like you clench it and like see if it's moving.
I thought he was going to do something, then he just like stood there. And
also,
was like,
Pranita, I was wrong about Pranita being still dead. It is back up, and
I said, I think they're all pretty much alive at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know what I was thinking was that like he wasn't gonna revive Pranita because it's not useful, but I guess it was useful because it warped the trees out of the way.
Yeah,
I guess it looks more like distortion rather than compression this time around. And I think the only other thing of note was in Jujuman confronting Ichibei.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about this is about Jujuman's whole interaction with the Royal Guard is that he's never been like, you want to fight. He's been like, are you gonna let me pass? Or like, when he first came to Korinji, it's like
he's still not fighting. He's just chilling.
He's just being like polite. He's being like, "Are you gonna let me pass?" And he's like, and then of course Ichibei is like, "Bruh, you want to go? I'll kick your ass up and down the street."
Or choke, as he said. Or was it choke his throat? Press his throat?
It was like, don't say my name so callously. It'll crush your throat if you do, or whatever. I guess because he's a baller. But
let's see. Hold on, I'm reading a stream's version of that line now.
Okay, let's see.
Calling me by name in such a familiar tone may just result in your voice going hoarse.
Oh. Okay, well that's not as cool.
Yeah, too cool. Wait, what about the Leo line where it's like I have a straight line?
About his ability?
No. When he's like, go a straight line so I can kill you all. That one. I want to.
Let's see. There are no bullets. Anything and everything between the gunpoint and the target will be pierced through without prejudice. I'd be eternally grateful if you could line up in a nice straight line for me. That way I can annihilate you all with a single shot.
Oh, that's that stream. They use annihilate. I still remember annihilate you into a. I still remember Grammy saying, "I'll annihilate this asshole into oblivion." It's just so over the top. It's just like just say I'll kill him. God. But
well, he was OTT, so it's fine.
I guess. But like that was about it. I liked it. I was a little rushed for time. I didn't really get to savor it, but I did like that. I liked the beginning with more than one person reacting. I guess Robert's dead for real because we saw his corpse falling on the ground.
Yeah, it was kind of just standing there like, yeah, he's gone. We might learn something about him, but he's pretty gone.
And I like the Survivor doing something like important rather than just getting, one shot, one kill. They actually sorry. I also did like Nomadi standing there with like a hole in his shoulder and like, what happened? What's going on?
And, like, whoa, I got hit.
Yeah. And, yeah, it was a little bit like when Grammy showed up and like took up a chunk out of Gwinnell's shoulder, and you're just like, what the fuck? But yeah, that was about it. I liked it. I could probably find flaws if I looked hard enough, but I'm not into that.
But yeah, all in all, pretty good chapter. We finally got a full explanation on Ausweiler.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
Did anyone notice that Joe Groom was there? He's usually the guy talking, and he has not talked for ages. And then I was like, "Oh shit, you're still here."
Yeah, and he was drawing like really, he was drawing like really high quality too. It was a little weird. Like he
was there somewhere.
No, like he was like drawn like it was like his own outline. It's hard to explain, but it's.
You like to draw his pretty boys in high quality.
No. Son, what I mean is like in the credits, like the rest of the chapter, it looked a little different. But I actually didn't realize it was like a full explanation until like I got home just a few minutes ago and looked at his page where Sal had written out it. I thought it was just like a reiteration of what it does because the last time it was explained was like 70, 80-ish chapters ago, and like just want a refresher on that. But I guess
and here he's gonna just make an estimate because he doesn't want to try and screw up his math again.
Shut up! I don't need your sass. But yeah, I guess so. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the real nature of it is transfer power from one individual to another, right? Or from individuals to other individuals. Is that how it works?
Yeah, let's see, the power of useless Quincy's is collected and distributed to the ones who need it most.
Okay,
so it's a redistribution of power. The one's power is taken from die, and the ones it's given to are reborn stronger than before.
That explains. Okay, so we just thought at first
that doesn't explain why Bosby's not dead.
Well, yet. I mean,
well, it doesn't say they die instantly. I mean, Robert was
I suppose. Or example, maybe lingered for a while, didn't she?
Yeah, I guess Robert's so old that like he just kind of killed
Masaki Kanai. Yeah, Masaki and Katagiri definitely didn't die right away.
I guess Robert was so old that he's kind of keeled over.
Well, Masaki was a pure blood.
Or disintegrated in this case.
Yeah, but so I guess we used to assume that it was only Juju Man at first because he only used it on himself. But that's a pretty cool power, I'd say.
Well, it's always been his main sort of thing, distributing parts of his soul.
But definitely. But we only thought we thought that it only was like him returning them like forcibly to himself. At first.
I thought it. Well, I always thought it was more or less just he could do what he wants with it because he distributed. Yeah, that's always been his main thing since he was a baby. He gives out his power and takes it back and does what it is always his power, regardless of who has it at the time.
Okay, so not we as a whole, but like most of us, I guess, thought that because like way back.
Sorry.
Because way back when 530 something came out. I don't remember that
We
arc
don't need
very well.
exact numbers. Just tell us the event.
Back when that came out, did my blog, everyone was like, "Oh, I guess we know now that it was talking about how Masaki's death was like wasn't retcon, but it was like expanded on a bit more about why it happened." But like everyone was most people were in agreement like, "Oh, this means that it's basically Juju Man speeding up the process of his soul power because people will get his soul die eventually much sooner than usual, whether it be days, months, or years, and like people were like, "Oh, he's just like speeding that up and taking it by force."
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, I mean,
stuff.
back then it was part of that whole prophecy where he would regain his power. That was the first use of the Aswelon, where he would regain his power.
Yeah, but I don't know how they didn't know this at the time. Why were they all shocked about the first invasion if they all knew about all this crap? The whole prophecy and stuff.
Who? Wait. Who?
Well, they knew about it and all that jazz.
Well, I mean, the Sternritter didn't exactly expect him to take all their powers and kill them.
Wait.
In this fight.
Who was shocked? Son?
No, I'm saying overall. Like, well, it's basically portrayed as, oh, there's an invasion, shit, sort of thing. So it's all meant to be a prophecy, unless, is it just a prophecy among them? Just their wee prophecy that they hide from everyone else?
No, well, Ishii knew it, and it's a good possibility that he knew it because he was married to a Quincy. But like, I mean, it could be just like it is Quincy folklore.
So he just kept it to himself and was like, it is. I'm not going to tell you about this.
He might have told Urahara, but like, well, he might have told Urahara, but like both of them were kind of he couldn't return to Soul Society for other reasons.
Yes,
Urahara
he could buy this
exiled.
Well, he could buy this.
What?
Point. I mean, he went to go whenever after his training, so he could buy it.
Well, I mean, Mayuri knew that Yamamoto failed to kill. I mean, like people, some of the higher ups knew that Juju Man wasn't dead because
so obviously he did it back then.
But like the only warning sign was Uryu showing up in Soul Society to prove that there are still Quincy alive, and Mayuri did warn Yamamoto about that, but Yamamoto was like, "Nah, it's fine." So there was
that's what I'm wondering. Like, I mean, why did they just think it's just fine? It's like obviously
because Yamamoto was he wasn't like as like hardcore as he used to be, I guess, and he didn't think that like it was like he didn't think that he didn't like want to like
you're roboting it. You're roboting it.
I'm not doing anything this time.
Okay.
I can hear him just fine.
Okay, carry on.
What are you talking about?
Well, all right. Basically, I don't think he wanted to overreact after seeing what happened when he like followed like law to the letter with Rukia and stuff. I don't know, but that's just my theory that he didn't want to like he wanted to be cautious, but like but not just go on a rampage looking for him, and God knows like he wouldn't have find him if he looked for him because they were in another dimension inside the Soul Society. So
I'm eating, by the way. I can eat more food. Yeah,
I need to eat soon. I am starving. But yeah, that's my spiel on the chapter.
Go, Shiffy. Your turn.
I don't know. Can't really think of much to say.
Oh yeah. I read the chat log.
Well, yeah, there was a chapter, and it was Bleach, and
there were 17 pages, and
there was a Juju Man.
Also, the title made actually like a lot of sense this time around, like just like last time.
Well, it made sense. Last week.
It made sense again, like immediate sense, rather than Bane looking good or Verge Unfamiliar. God. Some of this guy's titles, but I remember reading the chapter or the chat log before we started this, and you guys were talking about how Ichibe has a brush, Hikun has a spoon, Cringe has a paddle, and did you guys end up theorizing that like maybe those are the Zanpakuto sheathed, just like Kimpika?
I don't know. I'm not sure if we ever said anything about that.
That's what I'm thinking, like, because Kimpika looks like a paddle when it's sheathed. When it takes it off, it's like a like a pole arm thingy, and I imagine that's what it looks like for the other ones. Who knows?
Probably. I mean, we really don't know what Nimaya has if he has anything.
He has his specs.
He has his pecs.
Yeah. Son, you still there?
Nimaya's Zanpakuto is... He doesn't need one. He has his pecs, his sunglasses.
Yeah.
I mean, dem shades, man.
He has his groupies.
That too.
Son,
well, they are all Zanpakuto.
Yeah, with interesting names. Son, you still there?
Mm-hmm. I'm reading. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anywho.
I'm still here. You're finished.
Shivs, that all you got, or?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot.
Is that all you got?
This chapter, it had, it didn't have. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it had quite a whole lot in terms of sheer volume of the content, but it had good stuff to it.
At least it wasn't as controversial as last one. Like everyone's agreement, like, oh, this is cool, like putting up a fight and stuff.
Who was everyone's agreement? This is bull. Wait, whoa,
No, like last chapter, everyone was like, oh, why waste all those cool ridders for these other ones?
Okay, you.
I use everyone in a very general sense. I don't mean like literally everyone, like tout le monde. I mean just like most.
Yeah, little fanboys that are like,
hey, my opinion of 603 was pretty simple. In fact, it was the name of the chapter.
What
you
the heck?
reviewed it in 2 seconds at the start of the podcast.
Hey, it was true and it still is, but
so the RAW came out for that? Or what happened?
For this one, the RAW for 603 I never saw.
Oh dear.
But I did see, like, kind of 604? It was like 5 panels?
Oh, like were they important panels, or was like when
Nope, there was only one with words, and it was just Shunsui saying something about...
Oh yeah.
About, saying not that it wasn't the Sarete. I mean,
the reaction shot montage. I remember that.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Although
it wasn't that much.
Byakuya and then Shunsui. The only 2 important ones, honestly. But
Well, okay. I mean, they did show Nimaya's shoulder getting shot. They showed the X-axis going through the paddle of the spoon.
Yeah.
And through his
I'm sure that made so much sense out of context. Oh, because there's a hole in my paddle. There's a hole in my boot.
There's a snake
I was gonna say that. No, Toy Story 4's been announced. Damn you.
Toy Story 4?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, it's been announced. 2017.
Oh my god, I thought that was true.
But why?
Okay.
We don't need this. We don't need a Finding Dory. We don't need a Toy Story 4. 3 was supposed to be the end.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're roboting.
Done well and quite fine. Number 2 was supposed to be the end. Number 1 was supposed to be the end. Give over. It was fun. It's still fun. The stories are fun. As long as they're fun and done well, I'm fine.
But Andy's grown up.
Yeah, so what? He's with her other woman now. Is it?
And I really have no idea what to say about Finding Dory.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave it until you see it, if you know what I mean. Like, I mean, Dory.
Alright, also, small side note, I guess, before, Sonia, I imagine you gave your opinion on the chapter.
If I'm allowed
side
to.
note, yes, I decree that you may. But, just side note, I was a little surprised to see Okikawa actually showing up again. The other lieutenants?
Yeah, he wasn't around for a while. I remember when people were theorizing.
That he was dead? No,
that he was like actually a traitor. People were theorizing that he was actually like on Jujuman's side.
Why would he need that?
I don't know. It was just like one theory I saw.
I mean,
why would he need that? I mean, he's pretty much been pawning things.
Yeah, I mean, he's been shown loyal to Yamamoto, and it's like, why would he just be a traitor? Like, what? He's old, just like Yamamoto and Chojuro. So like, he's been there for a while. I don't think he's just like a new defector or whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely not, because he was the 3rd seat. He's been the third seat. So I don't know. That was just like one theory I saw, just because like this random guy who never really did anything suddenly becomes a lieutenant.
Well, I think that was based on the whole power thing of the first division, because people were saying that since Yamamoto the captain was like the super captain level, and Chojiro the lieutenant was captain level, that means like the third seed is lieutenant level, because I don't know math.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we talking
mean,
like on the first division? Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, and I guess it's true if he's been promoted to lieutenant and he has like the power to back it up, but
yeah.
anywho, son, you want to give your thing? Also, you're starting a robot, almost.
I'm roboting.
I can hear you guys both just fine. I think you're both crazy.
Yeah, you're both crazy.
I think you're just both crazy.
Starting a robot.
Maybe you're the crazy one.
Fine.
Maybe you're hearing us speak in tongues.
I don't have a problem.
Roboting? Robot.
I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem. Right, well, okay. Right, well, obviously I didn't want the Royal Guard to be defeated. But that's because I like them as characters. But that's not to say I don't like the story. Before we start here, this is just my personal opinion. I don't want them to be defeated, but I know they need to be for the story to advance.
Hold on. Skip, did she robot at all during that? Okay, I'm going crazy. Go on.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
Yep, you are.
I'm not surprised.
I might want to ask this because whenever I was telling you to listen to it, you were like, "Oh no, I didn't listen to it." Have you actually listened to your robot thing?
I did. All right, and I'm sorry that I dared to open Chrome without knowing the consequences of my actions.
I told you to stop, and then you kept doing it. Did you hear?
But I didn't click on anything. It was just opening.
This is what you get for using the internet.
What I wanted to do was I wanted to open, because I was doing another episode page edit, and I wanted to open it to see if it had saved that edit like it usually does when my computer has to shut off by itself. But it didn't, and it was all for nothing really. But
yeah, but your computer didn't shut off by yourself. You touched the power button. That means
well, even
not a random shutdown. That was you shutting it down accidentally.
No, like even when I'm just like when I forcibly like shut it down like that instead of using the shutdown button, like in the corner, it usually saves the edit. So I'm not sure what happened this time, but whatever.
Okay.
Guys, remember we're still recording.
Yeah, I know we're. Fine.
Explanations for my actions.
People happen to enjoy our little arguments. Go away.
I'm
Becker. Mine.
You guys are bickering more than the Carolinas.
Right, yeah, what was I going to say?
No, I'm sorry, the Dakotas. You guys are bickering more than the Dakotas.
Dakotas?
The Royal Guard and how you know they defeated.
The Dakotas, the two U.S. states.
I
the
got
North
that.
and South
Did
Dakota.
They bicker?
Apparently there's a lot of there's this occasional bit of animosity between the Dakotas.
The South is the best. No, the North.
Don't forget Texas and the entire U.S. We're gonna secede. No, you won't. Yes, we will. No, you won't. Yes, we will. Just like
they
Scotland
didn't.
And the
they
UK.
ended up not doing it
just
at all.
Like Scotland and the
UK.
Actually, I heard, because Sal was talking about Quebec the other day, and I was reading about that in the 90s, that they very, very closely almost seceded from Canada. I was like, oh my god, there's actually...
Quebec from Canada?
Yeah, in the 90s, look it up. Seriously, do you know one of my...
Quebec is like the heart of...
That's like the maple syrup and the polar bears out
of Toronto and all this jazz. But, no, one of my hobbies, can't talk. Hobbies is to like jump on Wikipedia and on this day and literally click on the date and just go through stuff that happened.
Oh
and about 20 years ago they tried to secede. I was like, what? I didn't see this before. So yeah, they very closely almost did it too. It was very, very close. But yeah, what were we gonna say? Right. Well, I had no problem with the chapter on a storytelling level. I still enjoy it. I am currently enjoying it. However, nobody likes whenever one of their favorite characters gets a hole in their chest. Nobody likes that. But this is a story. It's fine. I still enjoy
unless
it.
It's Ichigo,
okay?
and then he gets to go full hollow mode. Everyone loves that.
Oh well, yeah, of course everyone loves that. Even I love that. Or fast mode.
Sexy long hair.
Okay, so we're just before anyone tries to tell me my opinion on the matter. I have been enjoying this arc. There are aspects that I would have done differently, but I'm still enjoying this arc. Okay, before anyone tries to tell me my opinion. on this matter.
You've made your point.
Right? Just making sure. I'm reinforcing this and I'm stating it in a podcast because you have enjoyed saying, I know you, son, don't like this and that. And it's like, stop telling me my opinion. But I know you. I'd stop it.
Did you just raspberry me from across the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes, I raspberried you.
Whatever. God,
well, I can't
I'm
stick
offended.
I can't stick my finger down the mic and give you a wet willy. So yeah,
I'm 8,000 miles away and I'm offended.
Well, put your heart back together and get over it. What was I saying?
Rich, get over it.
Rich, right, but I want to talk about Naruto, because apparently I also got told that I am going to be offended by this. It's like, I wish people would stop telling me about things before I read them. Please shut the hell up, sort of thing. Like, it's like, stop it. Like, just let me go into reading, because I was really expecting something really bad to happen. Let me get into something on a neutral plane, please. Please. And it wasn't bad. I don't get it. I mean, people go, the only argument I could see on the Sasuke and Sakura thing is maybe a comparison to Stockholm Syndrome, but at the end of the day, she wasn't a victim. She was, of her own choice, continually chasing and searching for him. It wasn't like he was beating the crap out of her and then chasing her and not allowing her to escape. It was basically she was taking it off her own backside to try and get him back, and because her feelings for him were that strong. And yeah, so, and I kind of liked it the way they did it at the end, the way he's kind of now kind of got a child, but is still traveling, has not allowed himself to kind of stick to the family life kind of thing. What else? Hinata, Naruto, seriously, if that, I see when she said that I wouldn't like it, I actually thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be what's going to fuck me off. I was like, no, budge me off. No. But no, it was fine. Although, has anyone noticed that none of Hinata's kids have the Bakugan?
I wouldn't know. I read literally half of both chapters because of how badly Manga Parent was loading them. So I can't really form an opinion. Because I will at some point, but I can barely form an opinion. So I can say I didn't, because although one thing that stood out to me, 699 had Kakashi becoming the sixth Hokage.
Yeah, I was.
And I was like, oh, yes, Naruto doesn't Hokage. The next chapter's time skip. He's Hokage. Okay, I'm wrong. And
yeah.
Wait, Kakashi?
Yeah, he got made the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then.
No, it was actually quite good the way they've done it there, because quite clearly Naruto still had issues and stuff that he needed to overcome. I mean, come on, he just lost an arm. So did Sasuke.
Yeah, I also.
Well, I've gotta actually read more. I've gotta actually get back to it because I kind of stopped.
Yeah, also, no, I enjoyed it.
Long time.
As much as like everyone's in this chat group's opinions on One Piece might vary, I did find it a little heartwarming to see the little shout out to One Piece in the last page of Naruto, and then the first page of this week's One Piece was a full thing to Naruto, where the logo was styled as like a Naruto thing. We have the Konoha symbol as the O, and Naruto instead of Luffy, and the kunai, and then Luffy chatting and eating with Naruto, and it was really nice. I like that a lot.
I need to see this. Where is it? It's like One Piece.
Yeah, first page of the new chapter of One Piece. It was really nice. I think because Oda has been doing this longer than both Kubo and Kishi, and so it was a little send off. It was really nice of them.
Yeah, I still don't understand the One Piece, but I'm trying to see where is on the Naruto. You said that there was something on One Piece.
Very last page on his headband with all the graffiti. There's the straw hat symbol.
Ah, right, I see it. Well, there's one page after that, so okay, so the second last page. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so I was cool with that. And
what that means, Shiffy, is Naruto becomes the seventh Hokage. He's the Hokage after.
Yeah.
7, of course. Wait, hold on. 5th was Tsunade.
Yep. 6th was Kakashi.
But what happened to the? What about
Danzo?
What was his face? Danzo?
He was never officially
voted in.
He was never officially voted in. You have to be accepted by the Fire Daimyo. No, actually, sorry, the Jonin. No, you get appointed by the Fire Daimyo and stuff, and then the Jonin have to accept you.
Yep, and that never happened. He was killed by Sasuke really soon after the whole meeting, I think.
Yeah, well, he deserved it.
Okay, well that explains it, I guess.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, so it's pretty. It was ended. I think it ended pretty well. But of Naruto's two children, one obviously looks like him, one looks like Hinata. Not both of them have his eyes, sort of thing. None of them have like.
I didn't make the connection between of him and Hinata being married and them being their kids until you mentioned like that Hinata kid had his whiskers. So I thought because they had that manga thing of like the kids looking almost exactly like their parent of the same gender, but like with those few characteristic change. And so I literally thought they asexually reproduced.
They asexually reproduced. No, it's not the whiskers. The thing is, I always thought the whiskers had something to do with the actual beast being inside Naruto, but it was actually because he was in his mother while the beast was in his mother. Well, I think that's what the problem is, and obviously he was also a Jinchuriki, so I think it's natural for her to have it as well, if you know what I mean. Like,
oh wait, hold on. If I recall correctly, didn't she
was born with the whiskers?
No, the whiskers. Like I thought that you were saying that the kid was born with like the 9 tails inside of her. I'm like, oh god.
No. He was born with the whiskers.
He was
born with the whiskers before the beast was put in. And of course, I always thought that the whiskers were because of the beast. Well, technically they were, but not.
Because chakra influencing everything.
Yeah.
Even fetuses.
Yeah, well, I always thought it was because it was inside him, but it was because it was inside his mother at the time of his birth. So obviously he's also the Jinchuriki, so it's not that far-fetched. She also has the whiskers, and she also says she has a brother, and there is a brother there. Although at first when I seen Naruto, I was sort of hoping that it was an older child, and then I was like, no, it's Naruto. And I was like, damn, he just looks too mature for me. But yeah.
He looked kind of weird in that because. They leaked or the announcement for the last movie came out like like a week before these chapters came out, or like maybe even like 2 weeks, and it showed Naruto grown up more, and that showed like a bunch of major characters like Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura. And he had a bandage.
Kakashi looks no different except his eye just looks tired.
I know. It's actually set 2 years after. It's not. It's actually before all this last chapter actually happens. It's set 2 years after 699.
Yeah. Okay.
So he looks a little different, this was before last week when his hand blown off, because his right hand was wrapped in bandages, and so hiding the fact that it's prosthetic.
Yeah.
And so, but to me, I was like, you really gotta do that? Because, now you're just gonna prove that, like, none of those main characters are gonna die or whatever. But,
well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Sorry.
Okay, well.
I apologize.
Funny on Naruto? Can I just say that one?
Go ahead.
See, when I seen Ino's child, I was like, oh, she was with Sai right away, because it was Ino, basically, except the pale skin of Sai. Sorry, that was it. I find that.
And in other news, I should continue reading Naruto.
Yeah, you should continue reading Naruto.
He spoiled like everything for you. Christ.
Ah, that's fine. I've
Sorry, well, we're reviewing it, so what's going to happen?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll see you
guys. Night, guys.
Right,
I will see you all. I will see you all.
Don't forget to subscribe.
See you all.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Us?
I will see you all do. That is going to be what a.
We stand in awe before that which cannot be seen.